Yes, now everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be taking you through my Iron Twins 15 team. This team can be run on any affinity, max level of, I think, stage 15. Just let it run. It's got a preset with, I think, a couple of abilities disabled. Otherwise, just let it play. And like I mentioned, yeah, this can be done on any affinity, any difficulty, all good. But essentially, the way this team works, and you can sort of see it in the clips, it's Geo for damage, 4 champions keeping Geo alive. That in my team consists of Demitha for a block damage, Mithrala for a shield and a cleanse, Pythian for a cleanse and maybe a revive should somebody die, and Stock is there for 2 very special reasons which I'll get into when I read his kit, but Stock can be replaced. Just quickly, I'm going to show you footage of all 4 affinities being tackled at the same time, so you can see it here on your screens now. Again, no issues. I don't think I've ever even lost a single turn. That this is 100% efficient. But equally, Stock can be replaced alongside other champions as well. If I can find it, here is some footage of the old team I used to run, which is essentially just swapping out Stock for Maneater. So as you can see, Maneater comps work just as well. It doesn't typically matter what champions you are using, so long as that everybody can keep Geo alive and stay alive themselves. Whilst that's running in the background, what I'm going to do is take you through the builds of all of my champions that are being used in this run at least. So we're going to start with Pythian. His build is a universal build. I use him in most areas of the game. I essentially just wanted survivability, speed, and resistance. There's nothing special to his kit. There's not specific things I'm going for because I don't have good builds yet. I'd love to get him in some sort of stone skin build maybe. I don't have the gear. But as much HP as possible. Defense second important, and then speed and resistance for me because I use him in other places. Here are his masteries for anybody who cares. We've went down to War Master and then picked up the counter attack ability. He used to be in a clan boss team, and that's pretty much where I kept his masteries because I didn't really care for changing them. It worked for me. Same with Mithrala. Again, couldn't really complete sets, so she's not in anything special. As much HP as I could get, as much defense as I could get, with speed and accuracy mainly for her passive, which will add that as resistance. So that's pretty much it. Again, nothing special in any of these builds. Here are her masteries for anybody who wanted to copy them for whatever reason. Next, we've got Stock. Now, Stock is in pure just speed and accuracy. I didn't care for the survivability on him because he puts out continuous heals, which are getting improved by Demitha, or at least extended by Demitha. He is here for 261 speed, 362 accuracy. The accuracy is quite low for this stage, and alongside Geo, who I believe has lower accuracy, I do find that sometimes the debuffs don't place. There's enough survivability on this team, it does not matter. So yeah, 261 speed, 362 accuracy, try and get as much of each as you can. Now, the reason I've got Stock in the team is because his continuous heals that he can put down on his A3 and the extension of HP burns on his A1. The reason why that's important is to sort of link into Geo's passive. For his passive to work, it has to be his HP burn that is placed down and used, right? So if another champion comes in and overwrites Geo's HP burn, that's it, his passive won't run. What's good about Stock is he can extend the duration of HP burns. So essentially just trying to maximize how long the burn's out. The way this team runs overall, essentially the only way the HP burn is ever removed is when you hit the caps on the Iron Twins health bar and it removes it for you. Stock was a very good champion to put into this team for me, just an overall incredible champion. If anybody wanted to know his masteries that I'm running, they're on the screen now. Feel free to copy them. I think a lot of these I got from Hell Hades' website, or the Ayumi Love. I think that's how you pronounce it. Next, we've got Demitha. Now, Demitha is in my clan boss team. The only thing I built in her properly was speed. I got her to 300. Do with that what you will. I don't know if you need the exact speeds, because essentially you're going for the same sort of vibe, right? You just want to stay alive. So as fast as possible to keep block damage coming up as much as possible. Keep cycling through it. I didn't change her build though. She's not built specifically for this. This is for clan boss only, which is why she's in the same clan boss masteries. Counter attacking for as much damage as possible. War Master, so I hope it procs. Next we've got Geo. same thing. He's in the Spirit Affinity Clan boss team. High speed, as much accuracy as I could get. His accuracy is pretty bad, I won't lie. Do with that what you will. Higher accuracy is better, but if you do have stock and you're running that and you can extend the HP burns, it's not as bad, but higher accuracy would be more advised, and it's just as much survivability as you can possibly get. Now, as shown earlier in the video, I did run a man-eater in my original comp that did work absolutely fine. Ignore in this case where man-eater is +1. He was not +1 at the time of them recordings. I actually did that this morning because I pulled one in a champion chase, different story. But man-eater, I wanted him crit capped so that his A1 has the chance of placing a decreased attack, just some accuracy to help out, and then speed. He worked absolutely fine. There is no difference putting him into stock. I just think with stock, it's a tiny bit faster. Masteries on him are here for anybody that wants to see, and I don't think I showed them, so masteries on Geo are here for anybody also who wants to see. Okay. I've already used my keys today, so it's going to look like Spirit Keep, but I'm essentially just going to run you through the setup I've got for it. So for stock, we're turning off his A2. That's the big thing here. What we don't want to do is use up the HP burn as often as possible, because the quicker we use it up, the longer the fight goes on, because we're not reflecting all that damage back from Geo's passive. So we're turning it off. All we're focusing on is getting the continuous heals out from his A3, along with poisons, because they do some good damage, and then his A1 to extend the HP burns from Geo. That's it. Switch off his A2, prioritize his A3. Demitha, prioritizing the A3. You just want to get him out as often as possible. She will cycle through the rest of her abilities as standard, so she's going to be extending all of your buffs, and then just damage. Have her prioritize the A3. Mithrala, you have opening with the A1. Now, the reason is I don't want that shield and all those buffs going up super early, and I cycle her cleanse alongside Pythian. You get her out with the A1 first and then start prioritizing her cleanse, and then you sort of see a cycle of cleanse after cleanse. Pythian, let him run. If no one needs to be revived, which in this case doesn't happen, he will start with his A2 to cleanse and then put the block debuffs up, and then he'll just cycle as well. So that's why you got a 1 turn delay on Mithrala's one. Geo, pretty simple. Prioritize the A3 as much as possible. And that's the team. Obviously, you've seen it running in the background. It works. It's 100% efficient. Champions can be replaced. So in this case, if you've got 2 other champions that can give you either shields or a full cleanse, you can replace Mithrala and or Pythian. They're not 100% needed. To me, they're just tanky champions that can keep the team alive. The 2 champions here I would say are unreplaceable is Demitha, because that block damage is very important later on to keep your team alive, to sort of let your continuous heals prop. And Geo, he's the bulk of your damage. And as I've showed you in the other clips, stock, completely replaceable. You can put in Man-Eater. That's the only person I've tested. So if you have other teams or similar teams, let me know in the comments below. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe. It's free. You can always unsubscribe if you didn't like the video or on my future videos. And I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.